Halle Bailey was successfully granted a restraining order against DDG, meaning he has to stay 100 yards away. She also got permission, to go to Italy for 2 months to film a movie and take their child. DDG can also not put his son in any of his streams anymore. All right, so I got the report on this. This is a hefty report, I'm not gonna lie. It got some details in it. I don't really know who DDG is. I don't know too much about Halle Bailey, so I'm not being biased here. I know Halle Bailey is signed to Beyonce. DDG, I barely learned who he is from this being connected with Kai Cenat. I hardly know who Kai Cenat is. I'm in my 30s, for crying out loud. I don't know all these young ass people. I'm only 31, but that still ain't necessarily the shit I know a lot about. But this is interesting because, like I said, I know who Beyonce is. And Halle Bailey is part of the Beyonce camp, if you will. She's signed to Beyonce or whatever. So let's go ahead and tap into this. We're going to get out of here. All right. So a judge has granted Halle Bailey a domestic violence restraining order against DDG, the father of her son, following allegations of abuse. Halle claims the situation turned physical in January when DDG came to pick up their son, Halo. She attempted to discuss a visitation schedule, but says DDG became agitated, yelled at her to get out of his car using a derogatory term, and caused their baby to cry. She says things escalated when he allegedly pulled her hair and slammed her face into the steering wheel and chipped her tooth during the altercation. Despite being in pain and crying, Halle remained in the car as they drove to DDG's home, where she informed his family of the incident. TMZ reportedly obtained photos from court documents that show visible injuries on her arm and the chipped tooth. Another alleged incident occurred in March when DDG entered Halle Bailey's home without permission, went into her bedroom, and texted her a photo of her empty bed. She interpreted the message as an accusation of infidelity. She also claims he has been verbally abusive and once destroyed her Ring camera after getting upset that she didn't want their sick child to leave home. The court order requires DDG to stay at least 100 yards away from Halle, and he is prohibited from posting or streaming content about her or their son. Halle was also granted permission to take Halo to Italy while she films an upcoming project. I don't know DDG like that. Like I said, I barely learned who he was. I barely know who Halle Bailey is. And that's only because she signed to Beyonce. And like I said, I definitely know who Beyonce is. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce is the star of my life. So I grew up I've been knowing who Beyonce was since Destiny Child type shit. And I'm from Texas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm from the Houston area in Texas. So I definitely know who Beyonce is. That's why this story even made it across me, really. But this sucks for Halle Bailey to be going through that. It sucks that this guy DDG be on some shit sometimes. As you can see, streaming university, you can see the fool is chaotic. He's a chaotic guy, man. So I don't know, man. I'm not going to sit here and say he's the worst guy. I don't know him, obviously. Like I say, hardly even know who he is. But this is wild right here, man. This is wild. I know shit happens and there's 3 sides to every story. I don't know, man. But that's the report on that. I just hope the best for everybody.